This video is brought to you by our Patreon page. Help us grow and keep creating great content by supporting us on Patreon.
Hey, welcome to Killer Yoga. My name is Kyle, and in today's class, we're going to be looking at working some mobility in our glute areas. So going through some of my favorite stretches and exercises that I like to do to just provide a bit of relief, especially when I'm stiff in the area around the hips. And it's a quick class. We're going to go through a few warm-up exercises and then straight into some nice stretches. So again, using the breath, really leaning into your exhales to create a sense of softness into that area, because often it's that tension that allows your muscles to kind of stay the way they are. So if you use your breath and breathe some relaxation, you should find yourself progressing in your mobility. And if you'd like to join in on our weekly classes, you can hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way to growing this Killer Yoga channel. If you have any questions, I'll be down below. Otherwise, when you're ready, you can grab your mat and let's begin. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so in today's class, which isn't exactly a traditional yoga class in terms of kind of coming to breath and then waking your way up and making your way down, we are going to take a little bit of that. So I'm going to encourage you to still focus on your breath, try and use your exhales to soften into postures, making sure that your breath goes down into your belly. I'll cue you along the way and kind of just be with the sensations as you go through your practice. So today we're going to start off in a tabletop at the back of our mats. Making your way there, having your knees hip-width distance apart, hands down, stacking your shoulders over your wrists. And we'll start off with just some nice big circles. We're gonna warm up our hips and our glutes and then get into the nice mobility and stretching. So there really is no right or wrong here. Just kind of move with your breath any which way, which feels good. Sort of pushing the hips out, sitting back, shifting your way around. Again, encouraging a nice, long, smooth breath. Perhaps even closing your eyes. And then making your way to a neutral tabletop. Once you are square, we're going to extend the left leg back, hold and point. So you want to keep your hips square to the floor, really point through the toes or flex the foot, but you really want to engage your glutes. So firing up your left glute, take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your left knee out as wide as you can and as high as you can. And then extend it back and then place it down. Now this may be challenging, but we're only going to do a few just to warm up. We're going to switch to the right hand side, squaring yourself off, engage your core. Your right leg extends back to hold. Keep it nice and active, engage your glute. So really fire it up, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right knee comes out wide and see if you can hold it high and then extend it all the way back and place it down. I'm going to do one more on the other side. Left leg extends back. Hold, keep it nice and active. On your next exhale, left knee comes out wide and high. Extend it back to inhale. Exhale, place it down. One more time. Right leg extends back, active. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right knee out wide. And release, extend it all the way back to inhale. Exhale, place it back down. Well done. From here, we're going to tuck our toes, walk our hands a little bit forward, coming into a down dog position. You're going to be here just for a few breaths. You can start off with just pedaling your legs out from left to right. I like to wag my hips over just to create length all the way along the leg up into the glute. And the same thing here, we're going to extend the left leg up into the sky as you inhale, three-legged dog. Bend your left knee and bend your left leg and with your heel squeezed to your glute, we're going to take our knee and do big circular motions into the hip as long and as wide as you can, still working with your breath. One more big circle to inhale. And exhale, place it down. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, right leg extends up. As you exhale, squeeze your right heel towards your bum. Open your hip, so right hip stacks on top of the left. And now big circles with your knee. Still keeping your right leg squeezed and glute activated as you open yourself up.
One more inhale. Exhale, place it down. Well done. That is most of the leg work. Excuse the pun, but we're going to sit ourselves down here and making our way onto our bum. We're going to come into a 90-90 position. So we'll start off on the left side, having your right leg at 90 degrees and left leg at 90 degrees. And from here, we're going to kind of rotate from the front of the mat to the back of the mat, like so. And we're going to add a stretch into the glutes once you move. So you can kind of start off with your leg center, place them down, making sure that your legs have two 90-degree shapes. From here, we're going to open up our chest to inhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring our chest down towards the floor. You should feel a nice stretch on your left glute. And part of the mobility series is that we work in this sort of push-pull as the resistance into the training. So you're going to rise up, raise your left knee up into the sky, and contract your muscles, kind of really work in the opposite muscle of your glute. As you exhale, place the left leg down and stretch to relax. One more time. Inhale to rise up. Left knee raises. Really squeeze, activate the leg. And with your exhale, relax the leg down and relax yourself down to the ground. You're going to rise up. Window wiper your knees over to the other side. 90-90. Find yourself a comfortable position. Again, inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to bring it down, and you should feel a stretch in the right glute. So you can always play around with the pitch of your shoulders down to the floor. You're going to inhale to rise up, raise your left knee up, your right knee, squeeze. You can even just apply a bit of resistance here just to activate if you're struggling to feel that glute fire up. And as you exhale, relax, place the leg and dip yourself down to feel the good stretch. One more time. Inhale. Right knee rises, hold. You can even apply a bit of pressure. Exhale to release and stretch. And do one more time over to the other side. Window wiper your legs over. Set yourself up. And inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, rise, raise your left leg up. If you'd like to, you can always apply a bit of resistance against the leg just to fire up the glute. As you exhale, place down and release. Now, we'll do this one more time. Inhale to open, raise the leg to squeeze. Exhale, place it down and release. Over to the other side, one last time. Set yourself up 90-90. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, come down. Using a full exhale to relax into the posture. Inhale to rise up, lift the right knee, apply a bit of pressure if needed. Exhale, place, relax, and release. Last time. Inhale, rise. Feel the resistance. Exhale to release and relax. And release. You can just window wipe your legs just to offer a bit of relief into the hips. And the idea with the mobility series is that I'm going to go through a variety of different postures, and you can kind of cherry pick which ones feel good for you. I mean, you can even just do this if you have sore glutes, or if you're doing something in your life which is sort of affecting your glutes in any way. Even just waking up in the morning and doing 2 minutes of this particular exercise, if it feels good, really does go a long way. So you're going to move into the next stretch, and you're going to take your left leg, bend it at 90 degrees. Place your right leg over, kind of into a seated twist. But instead of a twist, we're going to take our leg that's in front of us, and knee facing up, and squeeze it into our chest. And if your glutes are tight, you should feel a stretch already. So this is as a baseline, you can start right here. Again, still opening up to the chest and feeling a nice stretch all the way along the outside of the glute, up the ITB band. Now, if you'd like a little bit more, you can squeeze in and take your chest and lean it away from your foot that is extended out from your right hip. So off to the left-hand side, and then you can find a good sweet spot. You can rotate and roll your chest open and feel and really pull the stretch all the way along the glutes. And the same thing you can do here in terms of your applying you're strengthening the opposite muscle and then stretching the muscle into. So we're going to be stretching the glute and then strengthening the opposite muscle. So pressing into the knee to activate the glute and strengthening the groin and the hip flexor. And then as you release, you can lean over and stretch. And you can kind of roll through this a few times. So applying the pressure, holding it for 1 second or 5 seconds just to gain up that strength, and then release and lean over to stretch. And it's also a really nice way just to trick the body into thinking it's safe, which is generally what happens. So you activate to apply the pressure, relax, and then you'll find that your muscles open and lengthen a lot quicker. And you can release, switch over. So right leg bends, left leg over, or you could just do the opposite side of whichever one you had. And again, sitting up nice and tall, you're taking your left knee, squeezing it into your chest. You can always take your left arm just to hook it in. And you should feel a good stretch here. You can always just fish around by kind of leaning over. And then if you'd like to add in some more, you can dip in over to the right hand side just to feel the stretch across. And then if you'd like to add a little bit more, you can apply a bit of the push-pull in terms of pressing the knee against your elbow, firing up your glute and the inside of your leg and your groin, holding for a few seconds, and then releasing and stretching over. Same thing here. Actively press in, holding for a few seconds, release and stretch. And again, working with the breath, perhaps inhale to press, nice slow inhale for 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, relax and deepen into the stretch. Really lean your shoulders down towards your foot. And you should feel eventually there's a nice stretch into the glute muscle as you shift your way over. And always with these things in yoga, there is a safe way of getting into it, but there's a little bit of play. So even if you're holding here and you go over and you don't feel anything, you kind of fish around, experiment and see, finding what feels good in your posture. Sometimes the glute isn't just one thin line across your backside. You can often work your minimus or your maximus, so shifting forwards and backwards will then determine whereabouts are you feeling that stiffness. So again, just playing around, really being curious with your own body and your breath. And release, just a quick window wiper to offer the hips a bit of relief. And then we're gonna make our way onto our backs. So from here, we're going to come down into a figure 4, which is another nice stretch I like to do to work into the glutes. So even just a few of these in the morning before you get going in your day helps a lot, especially if you're sitting at a desk. So figure 4, your legs over, activate your right foot. If this feels good, you can stay here. There's a variety of different ways you can get into this. You can take hold of the hamstring or the shin. And if that feels too much, you can place it back down and then just actively press into the leg and feel a good stretch here. So find a variation that feels good for yourself. Hold and breathe. And when in your figure 4, see if you can tuck your chin. You want to get your full spine onto the floor. So still keeping both feet active, left foot up. And again, drawing your knee in towards your chest and out towards your left shoulder. Take one more breath in. And exhale to release. Place the left leg down. We're going to stay in this posture. Instead, we're going to take our right leg and kind of eagle it, not completely over, just and place over the left hand leg. And then from here, we're going to lower it down to the floor gently for supine twist. Still working into stretch in the glutes. Keeping your right shoulder on the floor. Release. We're going to switch our legs out, placing the right foot down, left foot figure 4s or stacks onto the right knee. Find a variation that feels good. Hold and breathe. Perhaps closing the eyes, tuning into the breath, into the body. And in the still postures, it's always nice to see if you can bring some softness to the areas that are not being used. So perhaps noticing the jaw or the eyes, into the face, relax the shoulders, bring them down, tuck the chin, On the next exhale, gently place the right foot back down to release. You're going to take the left leg, slide it over the right, kind of like an eagle. If you want to get the full wraparound, see how that feels, you can do so, but not necessary. You want to just place it over and then gently lower it down to the right hand side for a supine twist variation, looking over the left shoulder. And release. Draw both knees into your chest. Well done. Give yourself a tight squeeze. As you inhale, bring your forehead up to your knees. Take a moment to reconnect with your body. And as you exhale, release and relax into your Shavasana. Take a moment just to arrive into stillness. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Well done. See if you can lay still. Just tune into the body, feel into the sensations. Doesn't matter if your mind's feeling very busy or if your body's super uncomfortable and twitchy. You just want to see if you can be with your experience. So just noticing whatever comes up for you and just be with the exhale, using it to relax and sink into your Shavasana. Thank you once again for putting such amazing effort into your self-practice and for the support into this channel. If you have any comments or questions, I'll be down below. Namaste.